The story starts with Gaurav, who is watching a video of a co-worker, Shalu. Gaurav and Dev both are in love with the same girl, Shalu. They both work in the robotics division of the Unicorn Group. Dev informs Gaurav that he has proposed to Shalu and she has accepted his proposal. Right after this revelation, the company robot attacks Dev, killing him by twisting his head. After 6 months, on the 50th anniversary of the company, the CEO, Satyanarayan, is making a speech when a man, Faridi, interrupts him. The guy was confiscated by the security. The CEO nominates Jayant, who is also the brother of Shalu, as the new member of the board of directors. Jay demonstrates the robot's features, which he controls through his watch. This promotion made a lot of people unhappy, mainly Nishikant, Arvind, and Tamang, as all of them were looking forward for the same. Through a song, we are introduced to Monica, who is the secretary of Satyanarayan. After the song, it is revealed that Monica and Jay are physically involved. Monica tells Jay that she is pregnant with his child. Jay suggests that she should abort the child, but Monica refuses and says that she wants to keep the baby. She just needs Jay to pay for the maintenance of the baby. Jay is about to tell Nikki, but Nikki's cousin calls her and tells her that her boyfriend has cheated on her. Nikki consoles her cousin by saying that his daddy will get him killed. After listening to this, Jay changes his mind. Jay finds a letter along with his pictures with Monica, asking him to come to Hotel Prince Amar. At the hotel, it's revealed that Nishi had sent the letter. He also reveals that the accountant Arvind, Nishi, and Jay all are being blackmailed by Monica, claiming that she is carrying their child, as all of them have relations with Monica. They receive a message from Monica containing a long list of expenses. Nishi proposes that together they should kill Monica so that this fiasco can come to an end. Jay and Arvind are a bit hesitant, but Nishi somehow convinces them and they agree. Nishi puts 3 coins on the table, asking each of them to pick one. Jack will dispose, King will transport, and Ace will kill. He then asks them to pick a coin. Arvind picks up Jack. Jay picks up King, and Nishi is left with the Ace coin. Nishi asks them to sign a murderer's agreement so that after he kills Monica, they both don't deny their roles as decided. All 3 of them put their thumb impression on the agreement. According to Nishi's plan, he will call Monica to Mumbai to give her money, where he will kill her and leave her body wrapped in a tarpaulin in the van. On the same day, Jay will take Nikki to Devlali at their grandfather's lake, where he will make Nikki sleep, take a train and come to Mumbai. He will pick up the van along with Monica's dead body from Inamda Mills godown and go to Khandala, where Arvind will take the body from him and dump it in the jungle. Jay will return to Mumbai from Khandala and will drop the van at Inamda Mill and then return to Devlali. While Monica is on her way to Mumbai, Jay takes Nikki to Devlali, where he drugs her and reaches Mumbai. We see someone dragging a body wrapped in the tarpaulin. Jay picks up the van and reaches Khandala, where Irwin asks for his help as he was too afraid to dump the body. Jay hesitantly agrees, but when they drag the body out of the van, they see a tiger and run away from there. The next morning, they reach the office. Neither Nishi nor Monica are at the office. Arvind is scared, but Jay calms him down. They go to attend an important meeting. When the meeting was about to start, Monica enters the room. Arvind and Jay both get crazy scared. Some wildlife photographers find the body of Nishi. Arvind and Jay meet. Arvind thinks that Monica has killed Nishi. Now they both are worried that Monica has found the murderer's agreement. We see that Gaurav is listening to their conversation. ACP Naidu, who seems light-hearted but is very clever and smart, she cross-questions Jay and gets suspicious about him. At the funeral of Nishi, Jay and Arvind are talking in the men's room. Arvind says that they should surrender. Jay gets angry at him. In the meanwhile, Gaurav enters and Jay changes the topic and they both leave. A gift box arrives at Arvind's home. His children think that it's chocolate. His wife scolds the children and makes them sit with her. In the meanwhile, Arvind opens the box and screams. Jay reaches home. A gift box is kept at his door. As he was about to open the box, his sister calls him and asks him to watch the news. In the news, it is told that Arvind received a parcel in which there was a poisonous cobra. He hears noises coming inside the box and throws the box on the floor. and the cobra comes out of the box. But accidentally, he also falls on the ground. Now Jay and Cobra are facing each other. Jay stays in the same position facing the cobra for the whole night, being still. And finally, the cobra goes away. Police are interrogating a snake charmer who is telling the police that someone stole his 6 snakes. Dave is standing in the crowd and then he goes away. Jay is sitting in Satyanarayan's office and wants to tell him the truth, but as he was about to start, Monica enters the room. She is extra frank with Satyanarayan. She offers Jay tea, which Jay refuses. Monica says that it's just tea, not poison. Jay is still hesitant, but Satyanarayan insists. As Jay was about to take a sip, he says that he has to attend a conference call and try to leave. Satyanarayan asks him what he wanted to say. Jay says that he just wanted to say that he's innocent. When Jay comes out of the office, he receives a message along with the image of the murderer's agreement, saying, "I know everything, and if you want the agreement, come on the roof." Jay goes to the roof, where he sees the agreement kept under a rock. As Jay grabs the agreement, Gauravs come from behind and pushes him from the roof. Jay is hanging from the roof, and the police jeep is parked downstairs. In the meanwhile, Jay sees the agreement that is lying near him. Jay tries to retrieve it, but it is blown by the wind and ends up on the windscreen of the police jeep. The driver was out of the jeep, so he couldn't see the agreement. Jay manages to get down and rushes to retrieve the agreement. He grabs the paper from the windscreen and wipes bird poop from his shirt. But the ACP sees him and asks him why is he out of breath. He replies that he is exercising. Jay checks the paper. It's just a copy of the agreement. This makes him angry with Monica. He eats the paper and calls Monica. Jay asks her to meet and she invites him to her flat. When he reaches there, Monica shows him the baby's room. He asks her why she is doing all this. Monica tells him that she is tired of her life and just wants to relax and enjoy her life. Jay removes his watch and belt. Monica says, "Will you beat me?" and slaps him. Jay attacks Monica with his belt and tries to choke her, and they hilariously fight with each other. As Jay was about to choke Monica, he sees his reflection and leaves her. Monica starts beating him again. Jay starts crying and says that he will go to the police and surrender. Monica says, "Stop crying. What are you talking about?" Jay says that she has murdered Nishi and Arvind and tried to kill him twice. Monica says, why would she kill Nishi and Arvind? And even Jay. And if she kills them, who would pay her? She tells that she went to Mumbai to meet Nishi, but he never showed up, and that she didn't kill anyone. Jay says sorry to her. She forgives him and drinks some wine. She also pours some wine into another glass for Jay. But before he could drink it, she says that she knows who did it. Jay asks her who is it. At the same time, Nikki calls and Jay talks to her. And when he turns to Monica, she was dead. Jay gets panicked. Petrified, he sees his wine glass and tries to clear his fingerprints. He then gets out of Monica's apartment. At the stairs, he bumps into an old lady who had lost her glasses. She asks Jay to hand over her glasses. Jay does it and leaves. The next day, when Jay reaches the office, Shalu enters his office and slaps him. Afterward, ACP Naidu comes and takes his eyelash for a DNA test. She tells him that Monica was pregnant and the DNA sample of the baby has not matched with Nishi and Arvind, and now they will match Jay's DNA to find if it matches. Satyanarayan tells Jay that Shalu has found the investigation report of Dev's death, which was prepared by Nishi to frame Jay. In this report, it was stated that Jay was responsible for the malfunction of the robotics. Satyanarayan saved Jay and the blame was shifted to Faridi. Jay goes to meet Faridi and says sorry to him. Faridi says it was not your mistake. Dev was murdered and it's a grand conspiracy, as Jay was the actual target, but Faridi became the collateral damage. Jay suspects that Tamang is behind all this. Jay goes to Shalu. Gaurav is also there. He convinces Shalu of what he had discussed with Faridi. He says that he will check the manual entries of the robot. Gaurav says that the police have already checked for it and they didn't find anything. Jay says that Tamang would have deleted it, but he can retrieve the manual entries from the robot. He and Gaurav head to the factory. They reach the factory and Jay retrieves the manual entries, only to find out that it was Gaurav all along. He says to Gaurav, "What have you done?" and tries to call Shalu, but Gaurav attacks him. Jay and Gaurav start fighting. Finally, Gaurav overpowers Jay and he passed out. Gaurav drags him to the same place where he had killed Dev. While he is dragging Jay, he tells him that he killed Nishi and Arvind, but he didn't kill Monica. Dev broke his heart and he broke his neck. He didn't know that Nishi was there and witnessed what he had done. Nishi assured him that he won't tell anyone. Nishi asked him to plant cameras in Monica's house. He did it because he thought Nishi was a good man. But one night he asked him to kill Monica. When he refused, Nishi threatened him that he will tell Shalu. This angered Gaurav and he killed Nishi. He found the murderer's agreement and thought that if he left Arvind and Jay, they will also threaten to tell Shalu. Then he realized that both of them don't consider him anything, as he is invisible to them. This made him feel like God, that he can kill whomever he wants and no one will notice. He leaves the robotics room and starts operating the robot manually. In the meanwhile, Jack wakes up and tries to save himself. He searches for his watch to shut off the robot, but it had fallen on the ground. Suddenly, the robot stops. Frustrated Gaurav enters the room to see what had happened. He says to Jay that his robot is crap and it always malfunctions. Suddenly, the robot grabs Gaurav by his head. He asks for help from Jay. Jay, holding his watch in his hand, says that it's his robot. He then controls the robot through his watch and the robot twists Gaurav's head. ACP Naidu investigates Jay, to which he confesses that he killed Gaurav in self-defense and that Gaurav did all the murders. ACP says that maybe Gaurav had killed Nishi and Arvind and even Dev, but he didn't kill Monica, as a blind lady who is Monica's neighbor has identified the killer's perfume and that she is running a background check on all the people who wear that perfume. Jay gets confused and says that so many people wear that perfume. ACP Naidu laughs and tells him that Auntie has heard the voice of the killer as well. Jay types an email to Satyanarayan and Nikki, confessing what he has done. When Shalu calls him and tells him that Tamang killed Monica, Jay watches the press conference held by ACP Naidu and Satyanarayan. She reveals that Monica was pregnant with Tamang's child, which he didn't want. That's why he poisoned Monica's wine with snake venom. And afterward, out of guilt, he committed suicide by consuming the same poison. A puja is being performed at the house of Satyanarayan, where Jay asks Satyanarayan to restore Faridi's job, to which he agrees. Satyanarayan also advises him not to ask questions and entangle the incidents and leave things as they are and concentrate on his future. ACP Naidu, who is also present at the puja, tells Jay that the case is closed. Jay asks if Monica really was pregnant. Naidu asks him if Monica had a child, what relation would he have with the child? Jay replies, son or a daughter. Naidu says it would have been his sister-in-law or brother-in-law. Jay sees Satyanarayan in disbelief. We see a flashback where Tamang is poisoning Monica's wine on the instruction of Satyanarayan. Afterwards, Satyanarayan calls ACP Naidu and asks her to take care of Tamang. Naidu instructs Jay not to die as only he is left, and he can be her most valuable potential client. She shakes hands with Jay and leaves. Jay goes to the unicorn factory and searches for the murderer's agreement but couldn't find it. Nikki calls him and asks him to come over for dinner. Jay promises her that he will be there on time. He then goes to Gaurav's house where he finds hidden drawers in the walls where he finally finds the agreement. Nikki calls him again and asks him where is he. He assures her that he will be there in 10 minutes. Jay burns the agreement. Finally, he is relaxed and smiles. Suddenly, 2 snakes slide above his head. He is facing one of them and then there is a blackout. If you like our effort, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. It encourages us to make more content for you. Also, please hit the bell icon so that you don't miss our new videos. Thank you.